Good day and good afternoon. I would like to call to order this regular board meeting of the Guam Educational Telecommunications Corporation. Today is Thursday, February 22nd, 2024. The time is 12:49 p.m. And
I have a question. Lorraine was supposed to, said she would explain to us this amount of money that Mary Floor questioned, the $19,000 expenses, and Lorraine, I don't know what that means, 55. She said that was general expense. She said, I can break that down at the next board meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I brought the last
Okay.
topic to
Okay,
let you know
I
what
just
that is.
noticed that, yeah.
seeking a motion to approve the minutes.
I approve.
I'm gonna make a motion first.
Sorry.
So you're gonna make a motion
Oh, yes, I make a motion that we approve the minutes
of January 11,
of January 11th,
2024. 2024. Second?
I'll second, pending any changes.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now we can turn to the general manager.
This month was pretty busy for us. The 2025 executive budget was submitted to BBMR and then also transmitted down to the legislature. We are in need of funding for power. So I would like to encourage the board to lobby our senators and oversight chair, Vice Speaker Tina Munya-Barnes, for an additional $80,000 of allocation for our GPA bill, because as the budget was submitted, we did let BBMR know that we needed more money for power, but it was already transmitted. So at this point, we need to lobby the senators to give us an additional allotment to help pay for the power. Basically, in the budget, we are given an allotment for salaries for about 9 employees and a little bit, $50,000 for power. But yeah, it's not enough. So
50,000 a year for power?
about 50, right?
I think we made a
Aren't we supposed to be on
correction
television?
that for the 2025. Remember,
Went to the Saturday.
so we don't fund the positions.
Yeah.
We did give Power 81, so we're good. It's just that positions, 3 positions that we wanted to fill.
Yeah, that were not
So we
funded.
only stayed within the ceiling, which they're giving us 800 and for 2025.
So basically, they were only funding warm bodies.
Yeah.
But we did have the
Yes.
3 positions that were
Trying to fill.
unfilled, right? Employees had just left before the budget call, and so we need to fill those positions again. So we need to take our power allocation to fund some of those positions, which means we're left with no allocation for power. But the
ceiling.
recruiting of those positions, there's one that's already ready to go. And that's why we were asking BBMR for an additional supplemental budget, but we weren't granted that. But so we need to lobby the senators to give
Can
us.
I interject just a second? Rosemary pointed out that normally the screen is live and shows the meeting. And is there some reason why we?
Oh, because we're going to present the station IDs.
Yeah, the screen is
So
not
it's
hooked up to the stream right
either
now.
or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can I?
We just wanted to make sure that we were in fact live.
Correct, you are live.
Sean and Kenji are in the control room. They're
I figured as much, but.
Yeah.
Can I ask a
Rosemary
question
posed a
regarding?
Yes, please.
So our power bill monthly is what, about $4,000?
It really just depends, because lately, so the power bill's connected. There's this one here, and then there's the Barragata Heights location. And since the typhoon, we haven't really been running the transmitter, right? Since the microwave was down, and we're not transmitting, via free TV. And so if we have that going, I mean, right now our power bill is between $4,000 and $6,000. But if we are fully functional, which we will be soon with that, and we're looking at about 12, right? $8,000, $9,000.
$9,000 a
Yeah,
month on power.
depending on,
Does that include the air conditioning?
Yes.
Because
yeah.
I know it's been so cool lately. I mean, I know in our house.
Up in Barragata, we have no choice. We need to run the air cons because it's a lot of equipment, and that little room gets really hot. It needs to be.
6,000 in Manila,
Yeah.
and then Barragata because of the transmitter.
Yeah.
Here it runs like 2 to 3, close to 3,000.
But in my estimate, I'm just adding about 20% because
Okay,
of a
okay,
power
so-
increase.
so-
We haven't paid that in about a year,
What I
so.
want to ask is the legislature supposed to fund us the power?
You would hope so. As a GovGuam agency, at least give us the basicness. We need power,
Well, the question
and
is,
we
what is
need
mandated? Are they
employees.
mandated to give us money, or
They're not mandated to give us
under
anything.
the enabling
It's up to them if they want to fund us year to year, right?
Okay.
But I mean, I think it's in my opinion, as a government agency, at least that our necessities should be covered, which should be power, water, and overhead employees.
The transmitter seems to be an intrinsic part of a television station. I mean, it's not
Oh, yeah?
like fluff. Right?
And also, you know, our allocation for power really hasn't increased, you know, and power rates have increased.
Right.
When I first started, you know, it was, you know, a lot low. You know, it's just we need to have a updated. I don't know. I just say that the support that we get from the government needs to be able to at least fund our basic necessities, which in my opinion is power and our staff. You know, and even at that, our staff is like, you know, a skeleton crew. Every year we're adding, you know, the CSG grant is shouldering more and more funding for employees and benefits and stuff like that, because GovGuam, with our GovGuam funding, you know, we only have certain positions allotted and that are open and that are recruitable, right? And every year when we are, you know, we only fund the warm bodies when people retire or people unfortunately pass away or something, you know, we just can't recruit for those positions because we're not allotted budget because there was no warm body right there. So it's...
Okay, let's circle back to, we're talking about power.
Yes. So I'm asking the board to, if you meet up with your senators, you know, just lobby them and, you know, talk to them about, you know, considering an increase in our power allotment. You know, anything will work. 10,000, 30, 20,000. I'm asking for 80. That would make us comfortable. And not have to worry about transferring funds from private funds, you know, to pay our power. So
Tina is the oversight of.
she is our oversight, and she's also the vice speaker, right? So she would be a good start. Therese Terlahi, speaker, and then also maybe some of the, well, you know, the rest.
Amanda have something to do before? Because she would come here for events. Amanda Shelton.
Once she was there for a
Now,
short time.
can
Yeah.
we send her a letter? You can send her a letter and you say that the board has directed you to request help.
I can do that.
Okay, so I think that we should do that and explain there exactly what you just told us. That since we are semi-funded or semi-autonomous government of one agency, that at least we should be able to get the necessities to exist. I mean, basic water, power, and
Yeah.
to pay for our employees.
Good idea.
So I think the point that
I mean,
Ina was
if you
making,
don't
that
ask, you're not given. I mean, it's basic. So I suggest that we do that.
I think the board can send a letter as the board, but I think Ina's point was that it would help if individually.
Oh, yes.
We would all reach out to whoever we can.
Yeah.
and
Individually,
bring
we
that
have to
subject,
reach out. But
right?
if we do it individually without making official, then it's like they can say, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. But if we make it official, I mean, she can do it on our behalf, or a letter can be drafted and then we can all sign, or you sign as the board. But I think that if we have that official, then they cannot ignore it.
Have you been in back and forth with anyone regarding power?
Every year when they do the budget call, we always tell our analysts that, you know, we need an increase in power. We would like these positions open. You know, like we want to recruit. And, you know, every year it's like, okay, we'll see, just put it in the budget and we'll let you know. And then, you know, we get hit with, we have to follow the budget ceiling. And
Last 6 months, have you made a push with anyone?
we did. We've been talking.
With the senators?
Yeah.
Oh, I've talked to vice speakers, chief of staff.
Yep.
I talk to him regularly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do a letter on behalf of the board, and I'll sign it, and then individually, you know, it's incumbent upon us to reach out and say, hey, this is the situation. There's been no power in funding increase for 10 years or more, you know, we're struggling. You know, we're just asking for an additional $12,000 a year, right? Is that?
80. Yeah.
Wait, well,
They give us now 50.
They give us,
basically, what we've been doing is following the ceiling that they give us. So we have to do the warm bodies, employees, and then whatever remaining goes to power. So this year, we wanted to put in the ARP, which they said to put it in, to cover them for 2025.
ARP employees,
That ARP, we have 2 right now.
What does ARP mean?
American Rescue Plan.
Rescue Fund, that they funded since 2021.
Okay.
So they said to put it in for 2025, and then they told us to take it out. That's why we needed money for power, because we put the three positions that Ina wanted. 2 warm that's already here, and then 1 that she wanted to get in. So everything changed. So now we have for power, we have for a 10 basic GovGuam employee. So I think what this for 2025 should push for the employees, because they won't touch the power right now. The power is at 80, 81, which I'm sure it's going to be enough for the power, but it's the other
Funding
3
of the
employees,
positions.
Yeah, the other employees that we have. And if it doesn't get extended onto 26, then we'll have a problem.
Well, I'm confused now.
Yeah, it is confusing. How you've got people and power mixed up. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, basic for 2025 is set because of the ceiling. She was one, because we put in the 3 position, it cut out power. But when it came back, we did a ceiling first. First, it's okay, let us know what you want. So we turned in what we want, which is funding the 3 positions. Power wasn't included. Now 2025 came back, when the budget came back, and they said, you have to stick to this. So we had to eliminate the 3 positions and fund it power. So that's why,
Well, I think the power is more important because without power we cannot function. Once we secure the power and the utilities to function, then we have to ask for the new positions, funding
Yeah.
for the new positions.
so 2025.
well,
is-
these are not new, I mean, they're positions, I mean, they're staffing that we have, existing staff members. There were also 2 positions that just left right before the budget was submitted. So, I mean, it should have been funded, but then right before the submission, it was vacant. And so because there was no warm body, they weren't giving us the allotment. But we were counting on those because we were recruiting already, you know, and these are kind of integral positions. I mean, we need them for production. I can draft a letter.
Yeah, ARP, the American funded positions.
Okay, so
I can draft a letter, and then maybe the board can review it, and then if it's okay, we can send it.
and this is for 2026, you say?
25,
Okay.
or next year.
Nice.
Because
Yeah.
24 is already, you know.
That was done last
Budget.
year.
Okay. Yeah, so if the
I think
board
what we need to
agrees.
do is for
Basically, we just need more
2024 is what
funding.
we need to ask.
Yeah.
The 24 budget is the one that's going to be short. Because it only funded 45,000. And based on what we use, because of the transmitter not
We're
being
gonna have to pay
on,
for the power.
so they're saying, oh, but you guys only
Oh,
spend this
you need
much.
less, yeah.
Power
So they only gave us
usage.
45 for power for 2024. But if that transmitter turns on next month, I'm sure it's gonna go up. You know, because right now, they're at 24 is almost, we're almost, you know, out with that 45,000.
Okay, so can you write the letter,
I
and then
will.
we can get on board with what,
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a confusing letter to write. Okay.
Not really, I think.
I mean, that you understand.
It's just the way we need to explain it. Yeah, I mean, it's just one big budget, and so
Yeah.
where the money is allocated, it's a little confusing,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll write the letter.
okay.
Okay, so our Barrigada GTA project, regarding that project, we have, we have already received the permits from DPW, and the team was now working on securing the scheduled start date, which they've already done. So this project is done. They've also connected Ethernet from the main road here in Mamangilao as well. So the issue, I think, now is that now that we have the point-to-point internet installed up in Barrigada, when we tried to reinstall the encoder that talks to the transmitter, the encoder it's John's term is end of life. It's not even, it's been, what is the word? It's been,
We are in 24.
it's not even in production anymore. Obsolete. And so, you know, the encoder that we have is not meant to, it's so old, it's not meant to really be compatible. Well, it's not compatible with the point-to-point. It's having a hard time receiving the information to transmit, so we're still not transmitting. John's trying to find a workaround. It could include something like buying a new encoder, which we think is going to be like in the 20,000 range. But he is talking to the vendors now to see what we have to do. It seems like the vendors will have to come here. So whatever we do, whatever equipment we choose to get, or whichever brand of encoder, they're going to need to bring the equipment here, and then we'll need one of their experts to come over, the techs to come over and install and work it. So we're getting the quotes for that now. In the meantime, John's trying to find some sort of workaround. We do have equipment that could work, but it's just old, and we need to update it anyway, so we'll see. Regarding the Corporation for Public Broadcasting Annual Diversity and Harassment Training, the link went live, and everyone should have received an email for your training. We need to have 100% completion of the training. It's mandatory by CPB in order to get our grant funded.
I did it, but I didn't get the certificate.
Did you
I
download
think
it?
you have to go.
Download it.
Yeah, but we have a report that can show who's
says done.
completed. Yeah, you have.
I did it right away. I did it on my
Yours is
phone.
uncompleted,
I think
but
the-
need to go
No,
back
I
to-
send you the certificate.
I completed.
says-
I sent
But
you
on
the
the-
certificate.
It's for some reason the system says yours is in progress, but we have your certificate.
Yeah, Joey's the only one that,
Yeah.
I checked this morning.
Okay.
And then we have three staff
staff
members
that have-
that need to
It took
complete.
so long when I did it. I mean, I almost give up. Why? Like
Slow,
4
yeah. It's
hours.
slow.
4 hours.
4 hours because
Oh, really? No, it took me,
Maybe your internet
minutes.
slow.
Oh, no. I mean, I was in my office, it was
Well,
about 5 o'clock.
That's if you read all those things.
No, it's not reading. It's that I am
Yeah.
doing, and
I-
in the middle
well-
of doing it, it says no connection.
Oh, it's an internet.
No connection with their end, because
Oh, yeah, I had trouble with that.
I had
too.
internet on my phone.
Yeah, it'll go off and on.
It
if
was
it's
no
not-
connection between,
Connection's not.
Yeah, it took me 4 tries.
Yeah,
Several
it is.
I mean,
Mine was quick. It was like 20 minutes.
Maybe if I
my
did it
God,
on my
no.
iPad, it would be better than
I have-
It's the
phone.
connection.
I give us so many
Do you use
times.
an iPad or a phone?
but everybody's done now, right?
Yeah, well, we do need Joey's and about 3 employees, and then we'll be completed. DPW, regarding our construction, DPW has received all the bids for the station renovation project. There were a total of 6 companies that picked up bid packets and attended the pre-bid meeting and walkthrough here at the station. They were given, I think, about 2 or 3 weeks to submit their bids. And there was a total of 2 companies that submitted bid packages and placed their bid for the renovation project. Those companies were...
2
Yeah.
out of 6?
Yeah. I mean, it is a lot of work, and so it could be a lot of reasons, staffing or whatever. I know one of the construction companies were saying there was a staffing issue. The 2 companies that picked up were Ian Construction and Canton Construction. The lowest bid went to Ian Construction at $2,559,972.
Is that Chinese? The Canton sounds Chinese.
I have no idea.
Okay.
but yeah, this
It went
was.
to Ian Construction.
Yes. I'm pretty happy with the numbers because if you remember when we had the architects do the initial plans, well, actually, when the architects first came here, they asked us what sort of budget we were working with, and I was asking them to keep it under $2 million. They did their plans and the studies, and they came back at $3.5 million. And when the bids went out, I mean, I'm very happy. It came back at 2.5, especially in this economy where construction's so expensive. And so it's up to DPW now. They need to award the
Bid.
the bid. I think what they're doing now is making sure that it's called a construction management
Yeah, I was going to ask, who
CM
This-
work.
DPW act as the,
That's what we're talking about now. So I did have a meeting with Vince and Miss Ibanez, the deputy. Excuse me, the deputy. We were talking about that. Usually DPW works as the construction manager, right? But this project is it's a big project for them. So they're kind of trying to determine whether they can do it or we need to hire out a private firm. According to Director Areola, he says if we have to hire out from a private firm, it would be somewhere between 10 to 15% of the total job.
Wow.
So we're talking about $250,000. 200 to 300
wow.
just to manage the project, right? And so I told him, take your time and ask all your employees, and hopefully you can do it. And then we'll.
So if they do it, it's for free?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have to spend 200.
Yeah, and I was telling Vince, Deputy Areola, that that was never really brought to my attention during all of this, so that was never budgeted for. So hopefully they can manage it. And I actually just followed up this morning, so I'm giving him some time to try to figure it out over there at DPW. If not, I do have a backup plan, so I'm going to try to work on the funding for
Okay, well, good.
almost 300,000. So I'll have more in next meeting. Station ID presentation. I have some IDs here. These are some that were produced by Greg Rosario? What's Greg's last name? Greg Rodriguez. Oh, what's going on? The TV is not working.
Huh?
Do I have to do
Probably
this?
sitting too long and just kicked off.
Turn on?
So tell me, how do I watch PBS? Like, for instance, I just changed from Docomo,
Sean, I don't know how to turn the TV on.
and I just have internet and landline. I didn't sign for
Is
cable.
this it?
So if I want to watch YouTube and PBS, what do I do?
On YouTube?
Do you have like a,
PBS, it's Channel 12. I have GTA.
if she wants to find it, she doesn't have TV.
I don't have cable.
Oh, you can just go to
There is
You can
no
go here.
YouTube in my.
on your TV.
Oh, so
So I change from one to the other, right? But I say I don't want to watch my children are the ones that told me you don't need cable TV, Mom. You can get your news in your phone, in the apps and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you can go to YouTube on your phone
Yeah.
and watch it through your TV.
I tried to do that and
You
I
cannot?
don't know how to do it. And also PBS.
Everything.
But
Well,
PBS is
PBS
in
is
there.
on YouTube, yeah.
But when I open the TV, all the apps are there.
Like everything's on YouTube.
YouTube should be there if there's an
No,
app.
YouTube is
It's
not.
there?
Oh, you have to download it then.
Oh, so how do I watch PBS? Is PBS going to be there?
That's because our transmitter is down. Once our transmitter is up, you can watch it free.
On TV,
Yeah.
but you can.
But I don't have
it seems like
Yeah,
you
it
just.
doesn't matter if-
It
once
seems
our
like you just
transmitter's
need to download the YouTube app so you can watch our channel on YouTube
So
from on your TV.
I don't know how to
on
do
the
that.
YouTube, there's this screen here that
Yeah.
can link to your
Somebody
TV.
told me that I have to go and buy something that is called Roku. What is that?
That's another.
That's a
That's another
device.
free. That's a TV, right?
Okay, we're kind of getting distracted here. Can we please
Okay. That's,
focus?
So I don't get Roku.
don't.
Not today.
Okay, so we have a few station IDs. The guys went out and shot all of these shots. Excuse me. Just keep in mind the station ID usually consists of about 3 to 5 second station identification spots. The main purpose of the ID is to basically identify the station call letters, brand, and to the community, and also where your license is located.
You're watching PBS Guam on KGTF Channel 12. Again, Guam.
So the ones with
Nice.
the kid voices
Wait,
will
I don't
be.
see jet skis, well, in too much, I don't see them much anymore.
I think it's a Ganya Bay.
Oh,
So the kids' voices you'll see that will run in the day.
Sorry, couldn't hear that.
Oh, she's. The kids' voices will run in the day.
Okay, and?
Let me just.
oh,
I
love
like that
Cowbell.
one too. Where is that?
Where did you guys see this
That's
one?
a real nice looking cowbell, right?
Was it raining?
They went out over a few days and just like got all this footage. I think it's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
So I've been waiting for this kind of stuff. This is what I've been hoping
Oh,
for.
nice.
But our cameras are really good. Like, you could really see the reflection in the water.
Yeah, that's really
I
nice.
mean, we have to reflect the community, and this is exactly what we've been missing for, a while.
Just some basic stuff, just
Yeah.
like a butterfly.
But that,
I don't know what possessed you guys to go look at this butterfly, but
Oh, pretty. I
it's
like
cute.
that.
Do the hotels get PBS?
They do, but
can.
it's up to them if they want to carry it. But we are a must carry for TV, so any cable company has to carry us.
If they have cable.
and
Okay,
most of the
butterfly.
hotels have cable of some sort.
So you can see the usage of the drone in some of them, right? Some drones.
What is that?
I think that one just.
I don't know.
You're watching PBS Guam.
Very nice.
That's nice.
It's just very calming and
I like the kid voices because, they're a very large segment of our viewership.
Again, Guam. You're watching PBS Guam on KGTF Channel 12. Digital High Definition 12.
That's a nice picture.
Digital Standard Definition 12.
and the voice is so clear, right?
Yeah?
Why are we using a Ganya?
Because that's what it's on our license. Yeah. I asked the same thing. I was like, it's Aganya now, but it's our license says Aganya, so we have to.
It's an FCC requirement.
Yeah.
Can we change that the next time we?
It's a capital of Guam. Hagåtña. Oh, you wanted to
Oh,
say
so Haganya, yeah.
Then it has
We
to
have to
be
change with
on our
FCC. Yeah. We'll do that when we
can do
renew.
that, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Nice catch.
It's like a local
It's so pretty.
orchid.
You're watching PBS Guam on KGTF
Where's
That's
that?
nice.
Did Nix make it in here?
High Definition 12.
That's in Rahan?
Yes.
Where is that?
In Rahan. It's nice, right?
Oh, the pool.
That's not the in
We tried to give a variety of music and shots. It's a different shot of Inarahan. Usually when you
Yeah.
see Inarahan, it's from the other side,
pool
right?
Over.
The church, maybe, or,
I don't like the way they paint those railings at the pool, though.
yeah, little post stamps. I mean, little postcards. Video postcards. Somebody who just catches one. Like, oh, that's cool.
Liability issues. Oh, but you're talking about
Even like
And then here's some marsh, or what do you call this? What do you call this? You should know this.
That's really
doing
pretty.
doing that PBS university. Mangroves.
yeah.
Where is that?
I was connected with Florida. Oh, that's really. Where's that?
Petey,
Going
maybe.
into,
It's like
Right,
wetland.
oh, coming down from Inarahan. Yeah, yeah.
Do we have the one from Nick?
I could have that's all the stuff that Nick gave me. I don't know.
Oh.
Try to go down.
I think he said
once
there
a
was
year
some
with my
issues with
grandchildren.
his.
Oh.
Also, there is some.
Nick has about 4 or 5, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have a USB.
What? Nick?
He just did them this morning. These ones were done by
Hardly
Greg.
ever go to Daddy, though. I've hardly.
So I like
gone to
these.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very nice.
yeah, Vicky will be happy.
Yeah,
More.
that's Vicky's. She's our
Vicky's been
pet peeve.
asking.
Okay, so
My boat is still available. I'll take the camera guys out.
That's really nice. Good job, whoever did that.
okay,
All right, where are we?
Station.
station ID. Oh,
KCHM.
KCHM radio. So to align with research and data on how indigenous communities empower themselves through ownership of radio, Chief Farrell Inc. applied for FM high power radio station. And so basically to revitalize culture, the Chamorro culture and language. So we have been in talks, partnership talks with their radio station, or with Chief Harao, for
Who is Chief Hurao?
they're the ones that have the immersion school, the Chamorro immersion
That's
school.
Marie, what's her
Is that
name?
Marie?
Arceo.
Anne Marie.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're opening, they're trying to launch this non-commercial educational Chamorro revitalization radio station, right? Chamorro language and culture.
Oh, that would
So-
everything in Chamorro.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's
And so I've been in talks with them to partner with them somehow, and I think what I would like to do, I guess, of course, with the board's approval, is to be the official nonprofit partner in driving their mission of launching this station, right? Oh shit, that's just kind of duplicate language. So we'd like to provide tower space for their transmitters, which wouldn't be an issue for us. I've, informed them that they would have to get the pole climbers and professionals to install it. We're really just going to provide the space. And in partnership, we would mutually benefit by having access to virtually unlimited Chamorro educational content and digital service, such as translations, especially when we're doing captions, closed captions, right? And also talent for future co-branded content. And we've already been in talks on what kind of local programming that we could, co-brand or co-produce. So that is my plan. I'd like to present that to the board, and if they're in agreement, then I would like to offer them some space on the transmitter to install their transmitter for the station. It looks like they're in the planning stages now. Nothing will be happening until 2025. I think somewhere around March is where they project to launch. But I think it's a mutually sound partnership. Where our two nonprofits can really help each other.
Did Anne Marie approach you, or you approached her? I mean, how did that come
She
about?
approached me. We've been talking about Chamorro revitalization for a long time, and they did have this license for a long time, but I don't think they were really working on it. We were actually going to do a show with the kids. But it just never really materialized. And so this kind of came up, and I think, this would be a good partnership.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
yeah, I like
I think
it
it's
too.
good.
Yeah.
What's the value of giving them space on our tower?
We can't.
$1,000 a month. What would we
We
had
won't be
in
able
the
to do it because of
Not
the
a monetary.
place. Yeah,
Yeah.
the place.
I'm just asking what would be the value?
It was
In-kind value.
Right now, the
GTA,
deferment is about 12,000 plus infrastructure, another 3,000. Not infrastructure, but connectivity, right? Internet.
Well, when we checked, we last checked when someone was asking for rental. We were looking at the GTA's tower down in Malolo, or going to, what is,
Yeah.
right? There's a tower there, GTA. They're charging the Japanese or Korean people $4,000 a month to put their transmitter on their tower. So when we were trying to check, Chamorro Land Trust says we can't charge.
Yeah,
So,
because it's a
yeah.
nonprofit thing. So I mean, that's why I think
That's
that
why it's
I think-
would be joint
Right.
right?
co-sponsorship. I mean, a partnership. Yeah,
That's the only
it
way
could.
we
I
can
think
do
it.
that.
I mean, it could work because I mean, we're not going to charge them rent
Yeah,
for
and
the
they're nonprofit too.
and they are a nonprofit, and our missions align.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing, and it can really benefit us in the way of having access to Chamorro content.
But here we can, because our area. You know,
Yeah.
we can-
I like the idea.
Yeah.
Besides,
Yeah.
these are not government funded. This
Yeah.
organization is independent. So I know Anne Marie's used to be my student, and I love her and is doing a great job. But I personally think that besides cooperating with her, what they need most is good professional advice. Like a business advice, administrative advice. I mean, helping them to grow. And if they grow, and it is successful, it's going to benefit Guam. It's going to benefit. It's a win-win situation. I agree to it.
Yeah.
I would still like to also, Dispenser, also echo what Chairman's actually pointing out here is what is the
Value.
value
Yes.
that we will be extending to
I mean,
have this
without
service, and we can share on the benefits of it, but how much would it cost if we were to be able to put a price on it? And we can actually use that as well for the
And then you
benefit
have to
of our
look at their
station.
price
Yeah.
of using their, versus
Well-
ours.
But I think at our
Given,
At our bare bones cost, right? The deferment for the land, the value is about $12,000 with Chamorro Land Trust, plus whatever internet, which is $300 a month, $3,600. That's
when you say
$15,500.
deferment, what is that?
That's okay. So for the land trust, we should be paying them about $12,000 a year, right, for the property. But they kind of just defer it. We do like a trade thing where we go and the Guam Live Services, right? We record their board meetings and we do that. We provide a service for them. In turn, they defer. We don't have to pay for the property.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a trade. So if we at bare cost, right, not what our inflated value, perceived value would be, I would say under $20,000 a year.
Is there a way that we can justify this 20,000 for our
Well,
in our books, in our statements, so that either we can get
You mean
some
like a
more
tax
funding,
deduction?
or-
well, I mean, the way for NFFS funding that we accept for our grant, it's usually donations cash or in-kind donations made to the station, not for us providing. Yeah, but
They
you
can
know.
accept it.
Yes, but at the same time, we still have to provide outreach to the community, and this is a form of that. Non-monetary, of course, but still providing the service.
Goodwill.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
their value is 25 and our value is 20, the 5 can be counted because their value is higher than
If they
ours.
are, but at the same time, when the radio station is up and running, you're going to hear PBS as a presenter or a community sponsor all day long.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
a win-win. Yeah.
And the programming is
That is
exciting.
That is what I'm excited for. Of course I'd love to help them out, but the opportunity and possibility of having all of this, Chamorro or indigenous programming is that's exactly what we need, at a
Well,
whim.
they're a radio station. They're a radio station.
They're going to be a radio station, but their organization is the immersion school, so they have access to the kids, to the teachers. These are
the parents.
to the parents, the families that are.
Where do they get their funding from? The government?
No, they're not government funded at all. She just looks for private grants.
They got a grant, a sizable grant recently,
Mm-hmm.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Lose for grants?
So I mean, I am excited
I
at
know
the possibility of programming.
They're part-time, he's at the university.
Mm-hmm.
But where is it exactly? In Ackett?
No, I think it's at PC Lujan.
Yeah, Barragata.
Barragata. They have a wing there, 4
Oh.
or 5 classrooms.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, we've been there. We've done we've done some. We did a few projects with her, and it's amazing. You have
Full-time all day, or
it's full-time school. They're speaking.
grades?
I think
I believe they started off with
kindergarten, first
and
grade,
they should be at
up
the
to
first
fifth.
grade.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, maybe like first, second,
the kids go
third.
all day, it's like regular school?
It's regular school.
Regular
They're
campus.
speaking Chamorro, and they're, part of the requirement is that, it is like everybody in the household is speaking Chamorro. So it's
Immersion
yeah.
at its best.
It really is. And so the possibility of having access to that and, just the talent is what really makes me excited.
And it's free.
Yes,
I
yes.
think it's a
So I don't discount what you're saying. I guess just stepping back and looking at we don't have control over what they put out over their programming, yet we're directly assisting in helping them broadcast.
Well, in the MOU,
What if we have a problem?
there's an out in the MOU. We can terminate the agreement at any time. We just need to give them written notice, 30-day notice, or 30 or 60-day notice.
Okay, you saw my.
Yeah, but that's the last line of the MOU.
We
Yeah.
can work it like that, as long as we can disassociate if
If we need to,
we
yeah.
need to. I'm not saying it would ever happen, but, in the event, we have to be able to walk away.
So the children go there all day, like kindergarten and first graders, whatever. the
Regular
grades are.
school.
Just like 8 to 2 or whatever, regular school,
Yeah.
yeah. So they must be learning math and other subjects, right? Because if they left that
yeah.
school or moved to the States, they have to have, so they must have regular, I know a boy that's going there. And I know that family because they married into a family that I know married into that family.
Okay, so you have a target date of March 2025?
25.
Is there anything we have to worry about before then?
No, I don't think it'd be any cost to us besides plugging in their transmitter or their encoder. But yeah, they're gonna have to be responsible for hiring, the professionals to go up climb the pole, inspect, do their surveys,
If
install.
their equipment causes a problem, are they going to
They will be liable.
for damage to our
That's a good
property?
question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
liability, that's,
And I think the transmitter is going to be below where the microwave was, so they wouldn't even have to go above it. So I'm just going to have them, like our microwave is about 100 feet up, maybe 50 feet up. So I'll just have them go 35, 40 feet up so that they won't have any business in the area of our microwave. Okay, I think I talked about the GTA thing. Travel authorizations, which is our TAs. There's a few travel opportunities for the station. First of all is the National Association of Broadcasters, the NAB show. It's an annual show, April 13th to 17th.
Sound panel donation.
Oh, is it here? Oh, it's right here.
What is
Sorry.
that?
Yesterday, we received a donation from the Sinahanya Mayor's Office of 10 4x8 soundproofing panels valued at $5,000. And there's these black panels all over the place. Yeah.
wow.
Excuse me. Please don't touch them. They're fiberglass.
How does it come that Sinahanya has like a theater and all that? We had our.
He applied for a grant, I think that through the governor's office. And
So
built
that's
that.
why they had these things and they.
These
don't
were
need them?
extra. Yeah, so
Oh.
so the mayor just,
So these are soundproof things.
Yes. So these are. So my plan is to use these. So the panels will be installed to our studio and extended studio after renovation, which will be that area too. So we'll, as we open up the studio, we're going to need to soundproof anyway. So it's pretty perfect that we got it right before renovation. Soundproofing is important in the studio for audio quality. And once we open that area, I was worried about an echo because it'll be basically a cave. But these will help a lot. And you can imagine how these are pretty expensive to ship to Guam because they just
Yes,
come in one
it's
piece.
Like a very expensive thing.
Oh, and I'm sorry, the next item is PBS will partner with Thrive Media Group to produce Lip Dub this year. And I know I mentioned it in the last meeting, but we've just solidified the agreement with them. And Lip Dub will take place between January and May of this year. I've negotiated the revenue split with the partnership as follows. Because Lip Dub is actually Thrive's event.
What is Thrive Media?
It's how do I explain this?
What's lip?
They're like a social media company. They also do some agency kind of work. Yes. So if you ever seen Guam memes, Guam travel, Guam videos, Guam food, all of those Facebook and Instagram pages belong to them. So
And what is
Never
Lip
heard of it.
Dub?
You?
Lip Dub is a high school video competition. The high school seniors will produce a video, like a music video, where they're lip syncing to the song, and it has to be one cut, no editing. And they submit their videos, and the winning high school will win a cash prize. So Thrive came to us and asked us to partner, and we agreed. The split will be all government agreements that are all MOUs signed either by them or us. We'll have a 50-50 split. And then for all non-commercial or all commercial or non-government accounts, revenue split will be 60-40. And then all of this will be deducted after the expense of the cash prize, which is $3,000. We
Who
hope
runs this company? I've never heard of it.
it's excuse me. You know the guys from MacTech? That's their company.
Oh.
It's huge on social media. If you ever look on Facebook or Instagram, any Guam videos, Guam funny memes, Guam. They do Guam food blog, all of those. That's all those pages. Those are all theirs. So they have huge followings. I think they have something like 40,000 subscribers. I mean,
Wow. And they're all local?
yeah, local guys, and they also do some agency work. Okay, sorry. Regarding engineering, John Munya has finally been able to be in compliance with the EAS, that's Emergency Alert System, Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, which is also called IPAWS, and their Common Alert Protocols. So we're finally in compliance as of October 4th, 2023. And I did talk about the GTA thing. Also, travel authorization. There's this NAB show, which is the National Association of Broadcasters show. It takes place during April 13th to 17th. And this show is produced by National Association of Broadcasters. And it is located at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And the tagline for the show is where content comes to life. The reason why we want to go to this show is because we're looking for part of our ARP funding. We have about $97,000 that we can use for our on-the-go broadcast van. So that big van, our OB van, we want to replace it. So we need to go to the show so that we can speak with vendors and try to see how we can build one for about $97,000, and we need to procure it by September. So
Wait. Are you talking about this thing? That it is not working? We need to upgrade the encoder of our current equipment? Is that what you were?
NAB show,
The engineer program. she's talking about.
which one?
The
Oh, that's I talked about that already. That was the GTA.
Mary Flora,
This thing.
I can't hear you. Are we using the microphones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can hear.
I was just reading this, and
We do need to upgrade the system, but John's trying to find a workaround first, and he's talking to the vendors to actually see what kind of equipment, because our encoder is not compatible with the infrastructure that was installed. So I have to report again next month.
Okay. So, no, I'm sorry, I was
so-
just reading this and I didn't.
Back back to the NAB show. It's kind of a fact-finding mission for me, and Sean and Kenji will be going to look for vendors for the OB van with the, build out of a new van. And in addition, there are technical classes that Sean and Kenji will be taking on production and broadcast. And so that is that show. There's also the annual meeting, May 13th to 15th. This is the same one that most of you have gone to. It's an opportunity really to bring all the key stakeholders together across public media in all disciplines. And basically, it's our annual meeting where PBS has the opportunity to meet with all the stations and talk about what the 2024-25 year avails. 24. The next one is our annual, the 2024, I didn't write, PBMA annual conference. This is the accounting conference that Lorraine and I, and we're going to bring Cammie, will be attending. Cammie has just been registered as our secondary timekeeper, and she's doing all of our purchase orders now. So we're really trying to groom her into doing more of reporting. She is doing some of the reporting for the grants right now, but so the three of us will go to this conference. It's a mandatory attendance for all PBS grantees in order to get funded. So in addition to the diversity training that we just took, we need to complete all these courses. It's just like, CPAs, you have to complete all your certain courses, right, to be certified. Same thing for the grant. We have to attend all of these trainings that they hold at the conference in order to be funded. So that is that one. And then the last one is FestPac, which is June 6th to 16th in Hawaii. This is FestPac, the Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture, is the world's largest celebration of indigenous Pacific Islands. The South Pacific Commission, now the Pacific Community, SPC, launched this show in 1972 to try to combat the erosion of traditional practices through ongoing cultural exchange. I've been selected as the media sub... Right
What's
there.
the page after this?
This one.
It's on the
It looks like a spreadsheet.
It's on the top.
So I've been selected,
Made in travel.
yeah. I've been selected as a subcommittee chair for the media
here.
committee
Okay.
to basically lead the media delegation through the FestPac committee. So our team will be producing daily content for media outlets. In addition, we're going to be doing a full documentary, and then, of course, PBS socials, media updates, right?
Would that be an exclusive that PBS will be covering?
Yes, it's just one. It's not just PBS, but it's just one media group from Guam, which consists of mainly PBS staff. So we've been allotted. So I have a producer, Don will be executive producer on site. Kel will be our executive producer here, back on Guam. Then we have Rizal, Neil. Actually, it's Josie, not Jane. Josie. Josie is going to be our reporter. She's our reporter. We're going to need a talking head, right? Reporter / photographer / writer.
Name.
Kel's not on here because he's going to be here on Guam.
Oh,
Yeah, but he's also our executive producer.
Do we have 2 executive producers?
Well, we need one here on Guam and we need one there. One basically to manage all the content coming back to Guam, and our team out there.
So we're providing content for like KUAM and
Yeah, we will.
is that part of the agreement?
Well, FestPac is paying for some of they're paying for travel for 3 of our team members. In addition, they're paying for hotel lodging for all of us. Yeah,
You're saying the FestPac committee
committee, yeah,
here?
yes,
Our FestPac committee.
yes. In return, we're going to provide daily content updates. My plan is to feed everything through our social medias and then just give the other guys access. Have at it. Like, take what you want. But we want to launch it first. And then in addition, the documentary, which the guys are already working on. I think they're going to start shooting this weekend. So I have the breakdown of the costs for the travel. FestPack will be, with FestPack, we plan to underwrite it. In addition to the funding that we receive from the FestPack committee, we will be selling underwriting. The packages will be $10,000, $5,000, and $2,500. So we look to underwrite the cost of FestPack. But for the regular travel, this will come out of private funds. And then after this, I have procurement. Was that it for me? Do we need board approval? Or? Oh, it's on a line item, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we'll move on.
15 days?
Approve it now.
Okay,
That's how long the FestPack is.
Yeah, I know, I remember
Yeah.
it was here because my husband was.
16 days. Oh, it's 10 days.
It's 10 days?
It's 10 days, but we have to leave early. So we have to leave, well, part of us will leave on the 3rd, half of the team, and then the other half will leave on the 4th with the delegation. So the plan is to send all the video guys with the delegation so they can get some footage of airport stuff, landing and stuff. And then the rest of us, we would leave the day before. So FestPack committee has chartered, I don't know if they've chartered the day before, but they're going to send us a link for a special rate that they've negotiated with United for the Guam delegation. And then we could use that link for a discounted airfare rate. So we have to leave on the 3rd with the rest of the dignitaries, but that's good. We needed to leave early because we need to set up rent-a-car situations. We need to get 2 vans, and also we need to get MiFis and internet, make sure we have internet, make sure our phones are working, because, we plan to do things like stream, opening ceremony, closing ceremony, and so we need to have stable internet.
You do use eSIMs, yeah?
Yes, we're planning on using eSIMs, but I'm thinking I still need to get a couple MiFis because the team will be breaking up. The plan is to break up the team into 2 teams. We have the documentary team, and then we have the daily content team. Because there's so many events happening at FestPack at different venues, we need to break up so that we'll be able to cover everything all day long. I think a lot of the cultural exchange will be at the convention center, and then there's there's about 6 different venues.
Yeah.
So.
The convention center is going to be very different than most festivals
Previous.
because the convention center is what do you call it? You can't bring any natural materials or anything like that, so they're building us all a huge framework for our
In the convention center?
in the convention center. It's I've seen the drawings.
you're going
It's
with-
very beautiful. Yeah, I'm on the
good.
committee. But 60 feet by 30 feet wide by,
Oh, wow.
20 feet high. And then we have to decorate it, getting very creative because we can't use, coconut leaves and natural materials. But
Oh, no.
they're depending on lighting and a lot
Why
of
can't you use
technology.
natural thing?
It's like a museum. It's like you can't contaminate the area.
Oh,
But then there's Hawaii UH West, which is out near Bishop Museum. That will have things like where you have to dig pits for fire and the anything with fire and.
Culinary
Yeah,
stuff.
do culinary
Yeah.
stuff. And then over in Kailua, what's the other name? Kaneohe is where the canoes will come in because they've got the sailing, what is it, the traditional navigation
Yeah,
academy.
Oh.
And
Seafarers.
they're hosting
My son's going.
the seafaring group.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be spread out and they're very,
Yeah, so it's like a three-ring circus. No
Yeah.
one's going to everything. It's impossible.
Right,
Yeah, even
right.
here.
Yeah, so we plan to bring two, I mean, we're gonna break the team up into two.
Oh,
and
the
then-
canoe thing would be
So we
really
could cover
nice to have a
everything.
show.
But the documentary, I mean, it's looking to be pretty cool. I hope to send maybe a little, we'll see if the guys can get something done by next meeting, but yeah, it's going to be really good. Yeah, and so I do have these, I think, that need board approval, and then I do have one item for procurement. In addition, I also attached these if you want to fill them out really quick. These are the financial, excuse me, our financial disclosure with the Guam Election Commission. They're due again this year. If you fill them out, I can go and submit and get you a stamped copy. Otherwise, you can fill it out and turn it into the Guam Election Commission.
so you need a motion for these
Travel items.
travel items.
All of them? Or you want?
Yes, yes.
You want to, the first pack is not until June. You still want?
We do need to start to, I mean, I've just estimated amounts, but FastPack we can approve later, I guess, at a different date. I just,
Well, if you wanted the airfare.
yeah, I just need to, we need to be able to purchase the airfare when they send us the link. And then also for the conferences, we need to just purchase the airfare as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, shall we do individually or shall we do?
Do we have a package number?
No,
Estimate that, right here.
we have an estimate, but, you know, again, this is based off of $1,600, excuse me, $1,600 airfare, which we hope to get.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go down one by one then, starting with the 2024 NAB conference. And we'll make a motion individually for the NAB conference, then the annual PBS meeting, and then the PMBA conference, and finally the FESPAC. So the numbers, just everybody's looking at the same number, is 9218 for the NAB conference, 10,851 for the PBS meeting, 11,996 for the PMBA conference. That's that's about the same as the last.
So why don't we just make a move for the
Lump them together.
32,000, yeah.
Yeah, we could do the 32,000, the first three.
Yeah.
Well, because we don't have individual requests for,
Yeah, we
you
don't
know,
have, we don't have the question.
we don't have the the number that goes, that designates the travel.
Requisition form.
Requisition form,
Yeah.
thank you. Because we don't have the requisition
Yeah,
form
but for travel, we don't
No,
usually have,
we don't
we
do
just
records,
present a
we just
budget.
do one whole for the whole thing.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
actually do the line, the end.
So-
And so what's the number?
So,
So the numbers are going out on the side, the totals are in bold.
So we still have 3 months left. Let's do the
I know, but I mean,
a motion for the first
Yeah,
3.
the number
And then in our next meeting, we'll do a motion for the next
I mean,
one.
the
Is
amount
that
of money.
okay?
I mean,
Is that okay? Ms.
Is that gonna cause you a problem?
It's
Should
going to
you
be a
get that?
problem because they've got to get the.
We have to get the tickets for that specific day.
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen is United has they'll send the link, right? And like up to X amount of tickets, right, could be purchased. We just need to purchase on that day. Otherwise, we're looking at,
On your own.
we're not going to be able to leave on the 3rd or 4th, but we're going to have to pay the retail rate.
Yeah, the transportation, I mean, they're holding.
And I also need to reserve the vans like right now. I mean, I did reserve the vans, but I need to pay for them because I think that, I mean, like we did try to get a large car and they're already sold out. Like for the,
Everything's at a premium now. Or
yeah, even Airbnb, everything right now, yeah.
So would you feel more comfortable waiting?
No, it's whatever the board decides. I mean, doesn't matter to me.
The only concern I had heard from Ina was that they're going to get a call or a message from FESPAC committee or somebody telling them, here's the link to the tickets. And they have to be able to move.
Are you going to get a special fare?
They're negotiating a special rate for the 3rd.
More than, lower than 1,600?
I don't know.
not.
Yeah, I don't think so, but
You know, but this is only to Hawaii, right? 1,600. But to San Luis and to Vegas, you also put 1,600.
Well, right now, when we got an estimate,
yeah.
so we don't know if we do it next month, the price may change.
Okay.
But as of January. is
So for
the
Hawaii,
estimate.
was the same amount as for Las Vegas and San Luis?
Yeah.
16, 17.
Crazy.
In January, it
Yeah.
was the estimate costs.
Oh, my God.
So if I do plan to do it in March, when it's coming up, the price may differ. So,
So when Lorraine put the budget together, she went on like Travelocity and Booking.com and
check the-
to see what the average rate was, and that's how we got to 1,600.
there's one, if you did it right there, it's 1,400. You know, if you purchase like in January, yeah.
So we don't go to like United directly, just on their website?
We did go to their website.
You go to their website.
No, she's saying
Oh,
that they did that for
to
background
purchase,
to get
yeah.
comparison. Huh.
Yeah, we have to
Usually
do
we
that
do purchase directly from United.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go to the other, cheap hotel, cheap travel, they have different rates. So I took the highest rate based on when we're going to approve.
So these are estimates. The amount may fall or rise.
And you don't really know, do you have hotel reservations in
We
Las
have to
Vegas?
get hotel. Oh,
No, they'll have to live within their per diem.
yeah.
So, okay, so
Yeah,
first we sign up for the money and then you find a thing that fits into it. Okay, I think we should just do it.
Yes.
Because I know time is of the essence. Like when you said, you can just get screwed, like even next week, maybe prices go up and,
Okay, so we need a motion to approve the first three and the amount. So the first one, the NAB conference at 9/92/18, the PBS at 10/8, the PBMA at 11/9.
Total of 32,065.
Okay, so somebody please make that motion.
Okay, so I would like to make a motion to approve the expenses for the 2024 NIV conference to Vegas, the 2024 annual PBS meeting to Vegas as well on May, and the 2024 PMBA conference to San Luis, Missouri. For Ina Carrillo, Sean Camacho, Kenji Yagi, Cristina de la Cruz, Don Muña,
I think that was actually Kel. Sorry, that's a typo.
Lorraine Hernandez, and Cameron Mafner. So these three trips, the whole amount, including estimated airfare and per diem, amounts to $32,065.00.
I heard a note that it was Kel Munya and not Don Munya.
Yes.
That's the 2024 annual PBS meeting.
Yes.
Oh, it's Kel. Okay. I'll second that.
Okay, motion on the floor, seconded. This is for this estimated travel costs for the as presented today for the NAB conference, the PBS meeting, and the PMBA conference. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next one is for the 2024 FestPac expenses totaling $23,363.75.
I'll make a
Please.
motion to approve the Best Pack
Expenses.
cost for estimated airfare and per diem for $23,363.75 for Ina Carrillo, Don Munia, Roselle, Judicpa, Niel Romero, and Jane,
Josie.
and 2 van rentals.
Who's Jane?
Josie
Jen?
Moyer.
Josie. I put
So it's
Jane,
not
but it's Josie.
Who is Josie what?
What's your last name?
Moyer.
Josie Moya.
Moylan?
Moyer.
And it is
What?
Kel
M.O.?
or Dawn?
Kel.
It's done. It's done.
Oh, for
Kel will be
For Hawaii Dawn.
for FestPac. Kel will be
Moyer
staying.
is M-O-O, right?
Moyer.
O-Y-E-R.
Moya.
Moyer.
Okay.
Okay, I'll second that.
Okay, so we have for the 2024 FestPac expenses at $23,363.75. Motioned and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Thank you.
Would you like us to also approve this fiscal year 2024 number 21 requisition?
Oh yes. This is for annual software maintenance and technical support with Enco Systems. It's basically for a 2 and 4 channel A-list HD support and software. And it's basically our playout server. And it's a sole source because it's this specific company that offers this
So
specific.
there's no bidding? There's no bidding?
No, it's
Okay.
because we're basically we're purchasing annual tech support for the equipment that we have.
Oh.
With that company.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this
So-
is tech support.
We pay, we have to just, it's an annual service agreement that we have with them. So I'm just bringing it to the board since it's about $4,000
Okay.
right here.
Basically, we call them, they answer the phone.
Yeah.
Help us out. Okay. We need a motion on the floor. We need a motion to approve the purchase of $4,032.
I'd like to make a motion to approve FY 2024-21. Supplier is Enco for the amount of $4,032.
Yep.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Very good.
And that's it. Yep, that's all for me.
Okay.
Okay.
You have the financials in front of you. We'll just wait until Lorraine gets back. But Ina, is there anything that need to be made aware of?
For the financials? No,
Hey.
not really. Nothing.
I just got invited to
Does
the,
anybody owe us a lot of money? We can go collect $300,000.
Everybody did that bit?
I like the look of it. It's, the way it's divided up.
Yes.
Okay, to answer the question from the last
Yeah.
meeting, with that account number 50,
5-5.
okay,
5,
no, it doesn't have to turn off.
5055. Oh, other general expenses?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess it's shut down because. Anyway, most of that general expense, we usually pay for like our water that we get, office water. And also on that category, We paid for the jackets, all the premiums that we ordered came from that account.
Is that the $18,000 one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever we paid, whatever premium we bought, we took it out of that account.
Okay.
Okay, so most of the big amounts is the jackets and the, what else did we order?
That was all the promo stuff.
Yeah, promo stuffs. And then our
Hats.
Christmas, that we did for the Christmas parade that came there. But our daily use is really paying for our janitorial service, our water, oh, sorry.
Where are we on now?
Oh, we're talking about the question, I'm answering the question from the board meeting last.
Yeah, that you brought up, Mary Flor.
5055,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I
That
apologize.
long list of
So you were
money.
asking what was the expense
Yes,
out of that
yes.
account?
Okay,
that
so
was-
where are we now? Is it here or where?
Well, it's on other general, if you want to.
This one?
This one.
Yeah.
It's the private.
5055.
Yeah, private funds is there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was asking about 18,000.
Yeah, why
I
was
believe.
it higher than the
The-
rest of the months?
Yeah.
So that is the premium items that we bought.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so you bought these things.
Yeah, that came from that account.
Because I have to pick up my granddaughter.
Okay.
Is there
Do we
another,
need any more clarification?
is there another account? that
High
you need?
elementary, but
No,
Michael lives in
I
there.
think it was 18,000.
Yeah, it's right here.
Make
Where?
sure she's
When you
in
go to
usually,
general, right down
and
there.
then take her to gymnastics and.
Other general expense, you're looking at 18,000.
Oh, yes,
This
yes,
is part
yes.
of the premiums items that we bought that month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, okay, but here it says only 12,000. Oh,
No, that's total.
Oh.
When you look at the total, this is running item. So you're looking at November, October, November, December is the total that
Oh.
we expense. So you have the revenue in the top, and then you have the expense
Junior
in the
high school
bottom.
seniors that might be interested in the scholarship.
Okay.
Technology.
well, and I have to look over.
All tuition and fees for 4
I
years.
think Jerry said he can go over if you want. If you want to schedule a time, he can go over the books and.
We just have to open, yeah, if
Open
you
the
want to
books.
come earlier,
Yeah, before
and
the
then
meeting.
we can go through it and you can understand what
Over 55.
each categories we pay there. And
Okay.
then, you'll be more familiar with it.
Okay, so this is mainly the expenses for the readathon?
You're not gonna be able to go to
For that account,
For
no,
November.
that is for premium
You go to private
items.
schools, yeah.
So this is from the.
Premium items, and then our
Yeah.
office
We
is
just
the
have to put money
janitorial, the water.
Office supplies.
Yeah, anything in general.
Car maintenance.
No, that's.
Oh, different?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, so that's where we're at.
Okay, anybody have any further questions on 5055? We were looking at it because there was a large increase in the expense one month, and it was explained that it was for premiums that are used to reward donations, among other things. Any more questions? Can we go? Can we move on? Okay, travel request, got that, procurement, got that done. Any further questions on finances or accounting? Okay.
Now, what is this?
Time
Community
capsule.
service fund?
That's our employees, the community service grant, money that we get from CPD.
Okay.
Something, Mary Flor?
Ah,
Something?
no. You're putting, I feel like I am put in the spot to look over the numbers. But, no, I'll look at them later.
Okay.
I need some.
Okay, the last item on new business. We have this renovation coming up. I just suggested, I asked Ina what she thought of putting in a time capsule within the the renovation, inside a concrete block or, make a space and like that. And she said she thought it was a good idea, so I just wanted to present it to the board. I think it's cool,
Yeah.
we provide a snapshot
Yeah.
of the station,
Yeah.
at that time, maybe some history.
Yeah.
And then give it, I don't know, how many years would we give it? How many years has the station been alive?
50?
50?
Maybe we can do 20 years, 25 years?
No, we go another 50.
Another 50?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. We're gonna be here.
We did a travel.
Okay, so can we prepare for that? I mean, we'll have to include that in
Write it
the
down.
blueprints, some kind of way. Because it's gotta be, they're gonna have to break it out in order to get to it, right? Okay, all right. So we'll leave that with you guys,
We'll make a space for it.
all right.
So shall we put, well, I'll know more when I meet with the contractors as to how long the project will take, and then we can put a deadline for the time capsule.
Okay. Next meeting.
No executive session?
I don't believe we have one today. Does anybody have any
No, I just saw it on the
concerns?
agenda, yeah.
I'll be happy to
Okay,
entertain
so
them.
where are we now?
I guess we
March.
can't.
No, yeah, going into March.
I would like to bring up one point about our PSAs in regards to distracted driving. Noticing that when we put out something like that for the public to really be able to have some sense of awareness with regards to just distracted driving and the amount of accidents that we see going on in
Unbelievable.
in our traffic fatalities, and then of course with just impaired driving. Those are situations that was kind of brought up to me where I was listening to the chief examiner bring out a report on the causes of these deaths on our island for the last year, and that majority of those cases were really because of drug-related types of incidences, that people were driving under the influence above the normal acceptable
Or the
range
people that were
of
hit were
alcohol, for
drunk.
example. And then, of course, with the amount of methamphetamine, we really need to bring a little bit more awareness regarding that aspect of impaired driving for that purpose. And that, we see now with the AG going out there and putting out these signs and with regards to the incidents that are going on with crime. I wanted us to be very, very proactive in giving that awareness to the people. One of the things that I noticed just the other day was drivers aren't aware of what to do, for example, when an emergency
Yeah.
vehicle
is
drives
behind
up
Including tourists.
and they're in the middle of bumper-to-bumper
Right, yeah.
traffic
Yeah.
in an intersection, and that fire truck or ambulance is just stationary there waiting for someone to do something, and they can't do anything because there's just no the awareness of what to do, to pull off to the right and stop, literally just pull off to the right and stop, to allow access to that vehicle. And I wanted to just kind of it made me think about how are these individuals driving without that knowledge of how to respond to an emergency vehicle. I would like to include that into our PSA on how drivers should react when an emergency vehicle is in behind them, coming up from behind. What do? Do they speed up, or do they stop and pull over? Just kind of putting that down as one of the things that we should bring an awareness to. Thank you.
It's really hard, They
It
just
is.
don't know where to go. It's like, move.
Sometimes you don't have any room to go anywhere.
Where does this come from?
And so what do you do? And that's the kind of thing
We
that
don't
I'm
have
talking
the-
about.
That's a good question, and we should
Yeah.
maybe look for a professional answer, and then find a way to couch that answer and put it out. That's great.
No.
Okay, so we have 321 or
Where does it come
328
from?
for the next
This is
meeting.
massive. I don't have the income.
Everybody good with 321?
321 is good for me.
No, this is the balance sheet.
And then we have the 28th as a backup.
21 sounds good to me.
21, Mary Flor?
Yes.
21st, March?
Sure, 21st. Okay, you know what? I wanted to
We can go over it for the next meeting.
Oh,
So
no,
you
no,
need to come.
okay, the reason why I'm asking is because we have the balance sheet.
Yes.
But
It's
we
in the
also need,
balance
we
sheet.
also need you to provide us with the income and loss, profit and loss statement.
Yeah, we have that.
Where?
No, isn't it there?
No. There is an explanation of the income, private funds, and a community service grant, but we need the income statement. When you print this for every month, you can also print the income, the profit and loss.
Balance.
Usually we,
I have the profit and loss, but the profit and loss, you guys wanted to put in here.
No. But
We did, we usually,
provided the profit and loss.
we usually
but
give it
I-
in that format, but
Yeah, but because.
the board was
no,
asking
this is
to.
just explaining, this is explaining. where the money
Itemizing.
Come from. But.
We usually produce the profit and loss in that format.
So
So you want that profit and loss in the,
every month, when
in that
You
format?
want this, you
This
want
one.
this breakdown.
And that,
This is what you want.
yeah, is the.
This is the net income detail.
Well, the income detail if we ask for it. But the income statement, which is similar to this, but.
Yeah, we usually
the
provide that.
balances is
Yeah.
it's called profit and
Yes,
loss.
Yeah,
I did
we usually
keep that
provide that.
before.
Okay, and then
So-
if there is anything in the profit and loss that we question, then is when you give us this thing.
yeah, we usually provide
Okay, so.
the profit
this
and
is
loss with the
profit
balance
and
sheet,
loss
but
that-
then the board was asking for a more detailed itemization,
Yeah.
so that's why we were providing
This is the
that.
profit and loss that I usually give.
But we usually just print it
Right
out.
here. In this format before.
Yeah, but this is individual of this. This is you giving us more information about the profit and loss, okay?
We can
So this is-
also,
yeah.
For the
so
last month.
in the
I mean,
next meeting,
I can print both of it.
we
it's
can
no
do
problem,
profit and loss and that also.
If that's what's.
Well, see, the reason why I asked is because here there is the income for the month of January is a negative 372,000.
But this is from October. You have to understand, it's not January because it's the total revenue versus the
This
liabilities
is
of the
for,
bottom line.
it says as of January of 35, so for which month?
Yeah. This is the whole balance sheet.
Yes, but
So
as of January
That's
24.
the end, yes.
As of January
Yes.
24.
So the bottom line is what you're looking at, the income,
Well,
liabilities.
as of January 24, 31/24, this shows that
negative.
the month of January was a negative profit of 372,000.
Yeah.
So that's what I want, and we need to know at that statement in order to see,
But on your profit and loss, okay, if you go January,
yeah?
it will not show that amount, is because the balance sheet is accumulated.
No, it's the same. Especially, I have exactly the same accounting
Okay,
system.
here. You go down January,
That's
this is
it.
the profit and loss.
And at the end, what
The
does it
net
say?
income, it's only showing what the expense, meaning what revenue minus this expense
Okay.
is the total net income.
Oh, which is-
So the
What
profit,
does it say there?
it's a negative 60,000.
Okay, so here it
So
says
that's why I said-
negative
Yeah, because
372.
it's accumulated. That's why I'm telling you that the based on balance sheet is you take the whole amount because the.
Okay,
income
we need to
versus-
talk to Jerry
Yeah,
then.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand.
That's
just-
why I said if you wanted that net profit, that net thing, it would be the balance sheet and I can print you out everything that is on that net statement.
Okay, let's close the meeting and then we can continue
Yeah.
our discussion.
It's really
But
late.
that's why I brought the.
Yeah, let's
That's
close the meeting.
okay,
Let's
so
close the
that you
meeting.
guys know that we are looking into it.
yeah.
But
And that-
every,
that's no problem.
we're not gonna show a profit for most months because we get a big portion of grants, say for instance in January and in July, and then based on big production projects, we might have a project for 50,000 that we get in February, but then we don't bill anything in March, but we have all these expenses for the project. So you're never gonna see
an actual,
actual positive numbers when you're getting, we receive 800,000 one month and then we're negative for the next few months.
you're
So-
always going to be in a deficit.
And
yeah.
in addition, we are a nonprofit, so we are not, our nature is not to be a profitable enterprise,
Profit.
Business-like, yet not necessarily
yeah,
profit-driven.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
no,
Jerry has offered he's extended his services to like maybe come in before the meeting or something like that and go over the financials so that, we don't have to,
Okay, that's
sit
good.
here for,
I need to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
May I request for a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you,
Well,
everybody.
just before you go, just want to share with you, I heard this from my son-in-law. There is already in Guam a meth lab where they produce it in Guam.
Judy.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know.
Yeah, but it's so easy to bring it in. Really, why would they bother?
Well,
It's
there is
borders are
a,
like a
there's
sea.
a lady
Time,
that
please.
was, a lady that
Oh,
was
sorry.
shot the other day and killed.
24th,
Lori?
23.
Oh, you have 224?